I have 9 unique websites that you may or may not have heard of. These are websites that range from ways to get things done to just interesting, crazy facts and experiences. So let's take a look at what these websites are. The first one is called Wayback Machine, and I'll put all these links in the description below so that you can check them out in your own time. This is a really fascinating site. It's a site that allows you to look at websites the way they were years ago when they first launched, and you can see the progression of how they've changed. And just to give you an example, here is, now this is going to look just kind of like a screenshot, but here is YouTube from May 7th, 2005, and I'm not logged in to here, and I don't know if you can actually log in since it's just, it's an archive. But check this out. Look at the logo and these simple tabs. Now this was right around the time that YouTube launched. So very, very basic. Here, click to enable Adobe Flash Player. So just really crazy to look back what happened 14 years ago. Here's Google in 1999, January 25th, 1999. Look at just how much we've come in 20 years, how far Google has come in 20 years. When you look at this, I don't even know if I could do a search here. Let's see, let's just do PewDiePie. Let's see if we can actually use this thing. No, it doesn't look like we can actually use it. If you are nostalgic with a lot of the old school games from back 20 years ago, this is from 1990, so almost 30 years ago, the Oregon Trail, you can do this as well off of the Wayback Machine. So just check it out, explore it. Okay, my second site is How Stuff Works. You may have heard of this one. Just really can get lost in here just learning how things do work, just interesting facts, and just really learn a ton of useful things, or maybe not things that are very useful, depending on how much time you spend on it. The third site, Mental Floss. This site focuses in on stories that don't really hit the headlines as much. As you can see here, Boston area students convinced their city to install 3D crosswalks. Just some interesting stories that might be more buried in the press that you would want to check out. My fourth website, and everyone's heard of Lego, but this is their video page. If you really want to just get lost in watching a whole lot of Lego-inspired films, short videos, this is the place to check that out. You've got a lot of categories up here. Fifth one is for all you Harry Potter fans, wizardry fans. This is called pottermore.com, and just a lot of different things to look at related to just wizards, of course Harry Potter, but just a great resource if you're really into that. My sixth site, now this one is really cool. It's called Gravity Points, and what you do is you click on some aspect of the screen, some part of the screen, and these points will just race towards it. If I click on another one, it will now go towards both points. Now I've heard that if you do this in the right way, you can actually create a black hole effect. I just did a circle. It actually looks like it's becoming a black hole. So, or something resembling that. So this is one that you can just play around with, so check that out. My seventh site is one that you can play in the background. It's an ambient noise site, a soft murmur. We've got different sounds down here that you can do. Imagine that you can even combine these. You can turn up the volume on some of them. So it looks like when you scroll, it turns it on, and then you can turn up how much volume you want on it. So a great way to just get your background noise while you're working or doing something else. My eighth site is Supercook for everyone who wants to learn new recipes. The cool thing about this is that you just add different, you choose different ingredients, and then the site will actually search recipes and find recipes that match what your ingredients are. So if you're just bored and you don't know what to make for a meal, or you're trying to try out new recipes, this is a fun way to explore that. So make sure to book this one, supercook.com. My last one, number 9, this is one that just it's fun to use. It's just very interesting for any of us. It tracks different wildlife, water wildlife. So for example, here's a dolphin off the coast of California, and it also dates the last time that this particular animal had a ping, or I think they call it a ping. Oh yeah, so you can see first ping was back in 2018. I guess the most recent ping from this animal was on February 26th. You can actually see where it swam. Here's another one out in the Atlantic. This one looks like it was much older. So these, some of these animals were not tracked recently. So you can explore that. It's worldwide, so a lot of fun checking that out. So again, 9 sites that you can just get lost in. You can waste your time looking at, but you can also find a lot of productive aspects about these sites depending what your interests are. So I appreciate you watching, and be sure to give this video a like. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, The Handy Hudsonite, and I'll see you in the next video.